Improvements being witnessed in the foreign exchange market may soon spread to other sectors of the economy. According to the All Farmers Association of Nigeria, the country will witness a bumper year in terms of food availability and prices. I think I'm excited about that. The national president of the association, Kabir Ibrahim, who based the prediction on a strong Naira performance, maintained that Nigerians should expect higher productivity and cheaper products in 2024. Meanwhile, the presidency says the efforts of the Yemi Cardoso-led Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to stabilize the Naira aligns with President Bola Tinubu's approach to ridding the foreign exchange market of sharp practices. It's vowed to continue the clampdown against racketeers, urging Nigerians to expect a stronger Naira that will reflect in a significant drop in the prices of essential commodities by the first quarter of 2025. I'm looking forward to this, and I hope that when that time comes, the market men and women will still not tell us that, things are the way they used to be, or nothing has changed, the dollar.
I can tell you straight away why they are optimistic.
Yeah.
The CFA used to be mocked in this sub-region as a very weak currency. I can tell you one of the reasons we have threats to food security, because more and more people are moving outside the country. Yeah. Niger Republic, remember the story of some people who are moving grains across the border, and then those trucks were intercepted, but the president later agreed that, okay, release their grains to them on the condition that they will sell in the Nigerian market. The moment our currency became very weak, when we went to like 1,900 and all that, it became an incentive to food producers here to move what they produce across the border where they will make more money, because the CFA became stronger than the Naira.
Yes.
So why they are optimistic that a stronger Naira will lead to greater food availability is because people will then be discouraged. When you see that our currency has rebounded, people will then be discouraged to go through that pain of shipping what they produce across the border in the hope of making more money. So I'm very confident that the more the Naira gains against the currencies of the world, and it's not against the dollar alone. If you check other currencies, the Naira is doing well against all the currencies. So the more the Naira gains strength, the greater the disincentive to send food across to Benin Republic and other. We had to use force. We had to use the FCC, use customs, immigration to block them, because they were simply not supplying the Nigerian market. They were just pushing everything across. And our border with the Niger Republic, for example, is not less than 750 kilometers, our land borders, stretching across not less than 6-7 states of the north. From the northwest, from Kebbi in the northwest, up to Yobe in the northeast. So it made sense to quickly block them, discourage them from going to sell over there just because they will make more money. Right. So now, with that likely to be out of the way, I'm confident that we would, availability will at least be guaranteed to a large extent. Of course, insecurity is also a disincentive. You can't go to your farm if you are not sure you won't be killed. So government needs to also deal with the problem of insecurity. So Cardoso has done well, and I would want to see him continue to strengthen the Naira with some of those steps that have been taken to improve transparency, make life difficult for racketeers. I know that, look at the decision that they made, that you can no longer secure your loan that you got in Naira terms with the dollar. So they've told them, people will take loans in Naira, they will use the dollar as some form of collateral. They said, no, you can't do that again.
It has to be.
So all of those things, and then diaspora remittances growing. In a season when your currency is weak, more and more people will send money from abroad trying to do one project or another. So we've actually a lot of dollars coming in now than before from the diaspora remittances. We are also selling treasury bills, using that to attract foreign foreign portfolio investment. You know, because those ones, they want to make money in the short term. So they will buy your treasury bills. We've given them a rate that is very attractive. It's attracting dollars. When I read one publication saying, oh, we are defending the Naira, 18 days, this is an absolute rubbish. Because this was the same publication that told us that the Naira will get to 3,000 to a dollar. You see, so how did they suddenly discover the Naira can gain strength through greater supply to the forex market? And there are different streams through which money is coming in. Bonds, treasury bills, and the rest. So, but once the Naira gains strength a little bit, they say, oh, they are defending the Naira. Once the CBN supply the market, at the time the CBN was not supplying it enough because Cardoso was saving money to pay the people that we were owing, the airlines, the banks. Now that he spent about $7 billion taking care of such a commitment, he is now able to supply the market a lot more. That's what has happened.
Right, so there's improvement.
In liquidity, there's improvement.
In fact, that, business has, there are principles, in business. If you adopt those principles, you get there, which the former government was really careless about, a lot of these things. And then it's good. They're doing the best, because I know the guys on the streets, those guys, street traders, currency changers, they're seriously complaining that as the Naira is gaining strength, it's really hitting them, it's affecting them badly. And I know it's good that government has said, okay, the BDCs should play a more important role in supplying them and all. But I think government should also look at boosting the real sector with, maybe nothing wrong with governments, putting together funds, special intervention funds to help the real sector, so that these big companies that are, talking of closing down factories, declaring losses, can actually bounce back. And then more jobs can be, I'm talking about a stimulus fund, I think government should consider that, so that we protect the investors that are already here, and then we can now encourage more to come in, so that more jobs can be created. And don't forget the issue of, the minimum wage is still an issue that is hanging there, because even when food prices come down, remember when they were even much lower, people were complaining about, being able to afford them. That's why there's a cry for the minimum wage to be increased. So government should consider a number of, measures, should look at that real sector, look at the purchasing power of Nigerians, and then everything will, fall in place. Don't forget the removal of subsidy, had a strong effect on the purchasing power of Nigerians. And then the electricity tariff now is something that, it's going to have its own effect. So government should move in between, yes, stabilizing the Naira, but also move in between to ensure that Nigerians, the purchasing power of Nigerians, improves as the Naira is improving.
All right, gentlemen, it's been great having you both join me on the program today. I've been hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otutojo and Emeka Madunago. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you. And it's been a good baptism of fire for journalist Hangout.
Is this our debut?
Yes.
Well, it is.
It's such a...
So let's do this.
And we throw you in the deep sea, 2 hours.
Oh, my pleasure. Okay, that's all on Journalist Hangout on Sunday. Join us tomorrow for the regular episode of the program at 5 p.m. You can watch the replay